Howdy folks, how are y'all doing? My name is Rees, and welcome back to the Minecraft 2025 Let's Play Adventure, the series that has not yet ended, and thank the Lord for it. The series ordained by God to continue, it feels like. Did I stop it in the wrong place? I'm not supposed to stop it there, am I? Doesn't stopping it there break it when I turn it back on? Oh no. We've done the wrong thing. That's okay, that's fine, because what we can do now is we can just collect the pieces, and we will leave them up here for future use. Now, obviously, things have changed since the last time we sat down to record, and really since the time before that, because, as some of you may remember, the intention was to leave this thing running for a long time. What was that? Did anyone else see that? Did anyone else see some dark shadow? Oh, it might have been one of these. Or some of the leaves. It was probably some leaves. It definitely looked like some sort of black shadow demon just flew underneath here, and I was a little bit concerned. How much sand do we have? So it looks like we've got sand up to there. So obviously, like I said in the previous video, I stopped so that we would have the opportunity to update the thing, and then that just didn't really happen at all, owing to the fact that, you know, there was a horrible situation where I accidentally deleted the world. But even before that, I did actually leave the room, that is to say that room that I was just standing in order to go film an entire tour of the entire world. And that was really fun, and I thought it turned out really well. I was working on a video for the Howdy Folks gaming channel talking about the concept of a forever world, where I kind of had first heard about it, and how I decided to do that. And that's kind of how we ended up on this journey with Minecraft 2025. It was my, I'm going to start a forever world, and we're going to do a Let's Play about it. And it was about an hour-long tour while I was just kind of discussing that, and my what I've been up to, and how much fun I've been having with it, and sort of my bigger plans. And this was all going to be for the Howdy Folks gaming channel, which is always in sore need of new content, because I neglect it, tragically. And then, son of a gun, wouldn't you know it, I used a whole new OBS setup for it, and neglected to check my settings, and I said it looked like a postage stamp, which is not quite accurate. That implies that it looked like, that it was small. What actually happened was the bitrate. I had the resolution and everything set correctly. I just had the bitrate far too low, and it didn't make it. It looked awful. It was terrible. I've never been more disappointed in all my days. But that is why I have this strange assortment of things in my inventory. So all of that happened before I accidentally deleted the server, and we ended up getting it restored. Which, by the way, thank you for all of the wonderful supportive comments from everyone who left comments on the previous video discussing that. Yes, Time Machine is running, and we also have some external backups that are sort of unrelated to the backup protocol, so we should be good to go for the future, hopefully. Are you flowers? You're flowers. Yeah, these things go in there. I'm trying to remember where everything goes now, because it's a little bit confusing. It's like animal products. Over here, I think? I'm still not quite used to it. You don't really think about it, but when you come back after storing everything in a very particular way for a very long period of time, if you go back and you then change it even ever so slightly, it throws you off. You might even, like, every time you walk into this basement think, okay, where do things go? And you kind of have to look around. But if you had any kind of a system at all, even if it's only subconscious, you remember that system. Okay, and you come back to it sometime later, and my goodness, if it's been all changed up, it's confusing. And I'm confused right now. I'm even struggling to say words properly. But let me get everything sorted out in my inventory here proper-like, including that right there, which we're about to eat. I am going to go to the disposal, because I do not need more seeds. I do not need them, Sam I am. I'm trying to figure out what the next goal is going to be. Today's got to be a short one, because unfortunately, and I know you folks are probably sick of hearing this, I keep doing this, but I just don't have, say it with me now, a lot of time. But something I was thinking about doing was digging a tunnel from inside of there to the underside of this structure here, so we have more room for our axolotls to roam. Now, there's a possibility some of them might try to escape, but I kind of like the idea of spreading all of this out and making it into a really slick underground tunnel, and also having an area they can get out of over here, so they can swim all the way over here and then surface, but then not escape further. So some kind of little dome that they can enter. Wow, I got turned around just then. Was very confused about what direction I was facing. The only concern I have is maybe accidentally intercepting the basements, but if we dig it deep enough and we get the angle correct, so we got to remember it's somewhere over here. I think we can go put down a marker or just grab the exact coordinates, or maybe we should even just start digging over there as opposed to starting our dig over here. And I don't know how big the tunnel should be. Maybe a 3x3 would be fine. Thing is, like, we need to dig it much deeper than this here. Because our basement level, well, our basement level's right there. We definitely need to go beneath that, and we should go beneath that. But should we dig it? Oh, here's another problem, right? I just now remembered this. Remember how they all got stuck inside of this? Which is why we had to, like, lock it away. Now they're all stuck down here. Should we maybe instead focus on why they're all stuck down here? Why are they always trying to go as deep as possible? Is there something causing this behavior? And can we correct it? Is this a correctable behavior in axolotls? I actually don't know. Hold on, we've made a mistake here. Part of me thinks it might still be just like the way that water is flowing down here is somehow forcing them down. And maybe if I can, like, clear them out. Well, I can't clear them out. They're all over the place here. Like, if I could just get them to come out of here, I can fill in this hole, and then water maybe won't be flowing down here in a strange way. I don't think that's the issue. Why? Look, all of these up here, they don't swim that. Why do they all swim so far down as well? Maybe I've taken the wrong approach. Maybe they shouldn't have access to this much water. Maybe I should give them, like, a shallower pool to swim in. Maybe that's my mistake here. You know what? I've got an idea. I've got an idea to liberate the axolotl. Welcome to the Axolotl Liberation Front. If we get some fish in a bucket, and we use that to lure them out of that corner down there, maybe that's what they're doing. Maybe there's a fish back there, and they're all trying to get to it or something. And if we give them, like, an easier-to-reach fish, we'll have an easier time of things. That maybe not. Maybe that's not how that works. I'm just kind of desperate now at this point. I gotta get them out of there. It's my responsibility. I've got to look after them. It's my responsibility to get them out of there. I put them in that little hole. I put them in that little grotto. All right, let's go catch some, whatever these guys are. They look appropriate for the task. They look like they're wild tropical fish. That's a turtle. That's not going to work. Those are, I think those are, no. Those are wild. They're tropical. I like that they just decided they didn't want to add any more fish, right? They couldn't be bothered. So it's like, you know what? Here's a bunch of designs. They're all, in quotes, tropical. Leave us alone. Hashtag Moj. I beg your pardon? This is new. I've not seen this before. Maybe it's because there's so much space, and it's actually dark enough down here for them. That's probably what it is. That's absolutely what it is. All right, axolotl. You know what? It would be great if we had an entrance to the axolotl. I gotta be careful about my next move. Don't want to let the fish go in there. It'd be great if we had access to the axolotls from the basement. If we could build a portal that we can pass through that they cannot, that would be swell. All right, everybody. I've got a fish in a bucket. Oh, they're clearing out from down there. There's not as many down there as there was moments ago. This is good. I don't know why. I don't know what changed. They've all been piled up down here for ages. Why did they all leave now? Can I get them all to vacate? Can I nudge them out of the way so I can place the stone? Literally only 2 pieces of stone left. Come on, everybody! Come and get your fish! Come and get your fish right over here! You two have got to go. I think they are genuinely stuck. I don't think they know what they're doing, and I don't think they can get out without my help. I feel like I have to do this now, because if I don't get them out, they'll be here forever. I don't... Okay, you know what? Let's do this. A little bit of that, and a little bit of that. Nope. It's gone. Yeah, it's dead. I hate them, and I will hate them forever. Ugh, there you go. Let's watch those two breed. We'll see if we get... Oh my gosh, here's our opportunity. But we can't... Hold on, we can't miss the breeding, because if they produce a blue one... Oh, it's just a little bitty white one. Okay, that's fine. And then... Are they done? Are they done being stuck down there? Oh, it looks like they're all going back down there now. Darn it. There we go. Let's see what those two give us. A little pink one. We'll get a blue one of these days. We will get a blue one of these days. We'll get a little blue one of these days. Get a little blue one, get a little blue one, get a little blue one of these days. Hey, hey, ho, silverfish, swimming all around. We'll get a blue one, get a little blue one of these days. Hey! I don't know what that song was. All right, if we dug a tunnel straight through the middle here, it would definitely come out over there. And if we dug a tunnel, like, right over here, it might come out over there. The issue is depth. This is the depth we want to dig, and that's already there, and we don't want to intercept that. Because they'll get stuck in it. We've seen them get stuck in it before. So the tunnel's basically got to be over here. Alright, that's what we've determined. And if we're going to do a 3x3... Or we could do it, like, lower. We could do it underneath, and we could have it go up as it goes. Or we could do it right here and have it go sideways as it goes. And I like the sideway idea better. So if we center it up on this window, it'll be right here. And we're going to do a 3x3, but probably not all the way right now. Right now, I'm more interested in, like, just digging the tunnel. So can I get in there on my belly? Hold on. I got to get swimming straight ahead. Boom! Okay, here we go. I don't reckon they'll try to follow me. Well, no, they might. they might, actually. I think this is good. I don't think we need to change directions. This is dirt, though, so we definitely need to change tools. Also, I can't hear the game. Oh, there it is. I was just wrong. I'm just wrong and a fool. It happens on occasion. Remember that time I accidentally deleted the whole world? It happens on occasion. Oh, no! Gosh darn it. Well... That's fine. We'll dig the rest of it 1x2. Hey! Hey, you know what's crazy is it's basically exactly where I wanted to dig it in the first place. That is spectacular. Alright. So, this all caved in. I don't have any sandstone on me, so we'll just pack it in with some regular stone. And we'll deal with the consequences of our actions later. You know what? Preemptively, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and dig that out. And do the exact same thing over here. Because all this is going to come tumbling down anyway. Let's go ahead and cap that off, and we can dig all this out. Now we just dig out the tunnel, right? Seems pretty straightforward to me. Of course, it's occurred to me now that we need water in the tunnel. You know, or maybe we don't. Maybe the axolotls will travel on foot. I don't know. Sometimes they leave the... Maybe if we turn this entire cave here... If we turn the entire thing into a lush cave... Because, yes, we could just connect them. And that would probably be the easiest thing in the world to do. Is just start bringing water in here and connect up the caves. But what if we converted this cave instead into a lush cave? Using all of the lush ingredients that they have naturally in their own, like, environment? And then we sort of barred the water on both ends. And the axolotls, like, that's how they got in and out of it. I kind of like that idea. Or we just fill it with water because that's the easier thing to do. And sometimes it's better to just do the easy thing, you know what I mean? None of them care. Can I lure any of them up here with a fish? Do they care about the fish? Sometimes it feels like they do. Sometimes it feels like they start swarming me. Like a little bit right now they're swarming me. Look, guys, come on up here. Let's go. What do we think about this? Look at them go! Welcome! Okay, I can see now that they move... Oh. Yeah, no, they move very slowly on land. Which is probably why they don't want to be here. This is not gonna work out. We want to build the tunnel. We're gonna have to hollow it back out, and we're gonna need to build it out of sand on the bottom and maybe sandstone all around. And then I'm not gonna try to turn it into a because they're not gonna make it. They don't care. They don't care enough to come over here. And if they do, we're gonna be in a pickle anyway. So let's head back up and because it's possible maybe one will come through here, right? And there's gonna be some issues if that happens. First off, there's fish in here. There's tropical fish for them to eat. So they should come in here. But if they do, we need to make sure they aren't able to get out and escape. So, first things first, this needs to be built up a bit. And we'll do that right now. So there we go. They won't be able to get over this wall. And then down here could also present sort of basically the same problem. So on this end, we'll do this number. At least for now. Like, this is a temporary measure. They won't be able to get out of that. And at worst, they go in my house and I have to bring them back in. Maybe they come up here. You know what? Just in case they do. There we go. Am I wrong in thinking that that's... Like, well, they could get out over here as well. No, they can't. They can't make that. This they could. They could get up here. If they get up here, they could then jump up top here. Not anymore. So all they can do now is they can get in my house, maybe. I don't expect them to, because I don't expect them... Oh, you know what? We've got to now encapsulate this whole thing in glass as well. That's a nuisance. But once it's encapsulated in glass, they won't be able to get out the top thing there anyway, which means that the bowl that we made up top is kind of useless now. Let me go see if I've got the glass for it. I bet you I do. Is 61 enough? Probably not. We need more. This is going to take a while. All right, I waited long enough for like 20 of them to cook up. I lost my patience. I might as well go down here and just start work on it. I might as well just do what I can while I can and while the rest of them cook up, right? Well, I didn't think this through at all, did I? We got to make sure the glass doesn't touch any of the edges, you know? Oh, you know what? We should probably convert the entire floor into sand, because that's going to look better. Now we encapsulate it. That's all of our glass. We're going to need more than I left cooking. Yeah, no, we're, yeah, that's taken a while. Okay, you know what? We're gonna stir up the other two, stir them up. I mean, that doesn't make any sense, but you know what I'm saying. You know darn well what I'm saying. We're getting those running, and we're gonna take these back downstairs to top them back off. I have an elevator! Goodness me, I keep forgetting. Nope. Yep. Oh, no. We ran out again already. Okay. Alright. We're getting there. I'll tell you what, rather than go back to the house right now, I'm gonna dig a little bit more out. I'm gonna create like a swishing floor something. I don't know. You see what I'm going for here? It's like a tiered sort of a thing, almost like an inverted pyramid. Okay. Uh-oh. Come on now, you. Okay. I've done it, right? It's completely encapsulated. It looks like it to me. Let's go. Okay, so they're not gonna get stuck in that now. They shouldn't be able to escape. If they ever make the decision that they want to come down this hallway, and hopefully when it's full of water they will, you know what I'm going to end up doing? I think the easiest thing to do would be to put water up at the top using buckets. So I even have a bucket on me. I can demonstrate exactly what I'm talking about here. And then also for the sake of demonstration, what I can do is I can do bucket and then water. And then I've got kelp, so I can go through and I can do kelp, kelp, kelp. Hello? Kelp? Kelp again? No, I guess not, because that's not a... Well, it's supposed to be flowing water, at least. Is that where I put the flowing water? If I put the flowing water there, how about kelp? Well, you know what? We'll put the flowing water there and kelp. And so now all of those are source blocks. And then I can take this source block down here, and it'll get replaced with a source block. I can move it there, and I can do kelp, kelp, kelp. Okay? And now all those are source blocks. And then I can do that all the way down, and all the way down the middle, and both sides, and that should do this whole thing up real quick and easy. Probably break my torches on the wall, and then we'll have a tunnel. But I'll do that later. For now, thank you folks for watching. God bless you, and I'll see you all later. Goodbye!